Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial I'm making a very simple book sleeve. So the materials you would need is a 5mm crochet hook, and I'm using a DQ or Aran weight yarn. Anyone that you have will do just fine. This project is very beginner friendly, and you can also use some scrap yarn. So if you're looking for a nice project to use up your scrap yarns, this project is perfect for you. So right now I'm trying to use colors that are kind of like in the same family, but you can switch it up as you like. You can use a bunch of different colors and then it will still come out beautifully. So we are starting with a simple granny square. Actually this whole project is a huge granny square that is folded and sewn to form a book sleeve or an envelope, if you would. So I'm starting with a magic ring, and this is how I make my magic ring. I start by making a crisscross, almost like I want to make a slip knot, and then I insert my hook into that loop I've created, and then I go ahead and pull out my working yarn. So I have a loop on my hook like this, and then I yarn over and then I chain one just to secure my magic ring. So this that I have here is my magic ring. So I'm going to chain two more, 1 2, so that I have 3 chains, and then these 3 chains is going to count as our very first double crochet of this stitch. So we're going to make 2 more double crochets into the magic ring to make it a cluster of 3 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook into the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2 again, and that's how you make your double crochet. One more time, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you have a cluster of 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1 2 3. I'm going to make another 3 double crochets here. So we have 1 2 and 3. Okay, so we have 3 double crochets. Right now what we've done is that we've created one corner of our granny square. So we are going to repeat this 2 more times so that we have 4 corners in total. So I'll chain 3, 1 2 3, yarn over, insert my hook, 3 double crochets. That's number 1, this is number 2, and we have number 3. This is my third corner that I've just made. Then we have the 4th corner. So as you can see, 1 2 3 corners, and then we're going to make chain 3, and then we're going to pull on the tail of your magic ring to close your magic ring, and this is where you really see it from. So once you've closed your magic ring, you have this, and then you just slip stitch into your first chain 3, the first chain 3 that you made, which was counting as your first double crochet. So you just slip stitch there and then chain 1, and then you cut your yarn and fasten off. So what we have just completed is the first round of our granny square. So the reason why we fastened off is because we are changing colors. If you were not changing colors, you would just continue working your granny square with the same color, but since we are changing colors, we fastened off. And now I'm going to grab my next color. I'll start by making a slip knot, okay, with this color, and that slip knot is going to aid me in attaching my new color onto my granny square. So I made a slip knot, and then put that slip knot onto your hook and grab your granny square and then go into this loop. I like to go into the loop that is just beside my previous, where I ended the first round. So I'm going to go into this corner and then just make a slip stitch, okay, and that way you've secured your new color onto the granny square. So now I'm going to chain 3. That chain 3 still counts as a double crochet, and I'm going to make 2 double crochets, 1 2. So now we have a cluster of 3 double crochets. This is half of a corner. Now you're going to go into the next corner space here, which is our chain 3 space of the previous round, and we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, make your first double crochet, okay, so that's 3 double crochets in there. I will make 3 chains and 3 more double crochets. That's my last one. Okay, so just like that, you can see that we have created a corner on top of a corner. So next we're going to go into the next stitch and make another corner. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. So we have 1, 2 and 3, then chain 3 and then another 3 double crochets. So you're just going to continue this for the last double crochet, for the last chain space here. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then chain 3 and go in again and do your last 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now once we're here, which is where we started, you can see our chain is here where we started. I like to put this chain over here so I can work on top of it, so that when I'm done with my work, I can just snip off the excess. So I like to put it like this and then make my last 3 double crochets into that space. So we have 1, 2 and 3. So now we chain 3 and slip stitch into our first stitch here, which was our chain 3 of at the beginning. So make a slip stitch and then you are done with your second round of your granny square. So I'm going to grab my next color, make a slip knot, and then we're just going to repeat the process that we've just done for our second round. Make a slip knot, insert your hook, adjust it, grab your granny square and then just insert it. Insert it into one of your corner spaces, make a slip knot and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, make 2 double crochets. So we have 1 and 2, so we have a cluster of 3 double crochets there. And then we're going to come here, so in between these 2 clusters here, this space here, we're going to make another cluster. So 3 double crochets go in there. So we have 1, 2 and 3, and then we've gotten to a corner space here. We're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. So here we have it, 1, 2 and 3, chain 3 and then another 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you just want to continue to repeat this process until you're done with this round. So after you fasten off, you just want to continue to repeat this process of changing colors as you like, and then just keep going until you have a big enough granny square. I've just made 15 rounds of my granny stitch. So I started with the colors I had, and as I ran out of colors, I just continued with the ones I had. So this project is perfect for you if you just have a bunch of yarn lying around that you don't want to use or you don't know how to use. This project is perfect for you. So I made a second one, and this one I made 16 rounds, and it's slightly bigger than this one. So this one can take a bigger book, and this is crochet, so your project is a little bit stretchy. So this one can take a bigger book than this one. So if you were making for maybe an A5 size book, you might not even need to make up to 15 rounds. So just keep that in mind. So right now, you just want to flip your project the other way. I tried to weave in as much ends as possible while I was working, so I just snipped off the extras. So you want to flip your project the other way and just bring the corners in. 3 corners you bring in like this, and this is how you create your pouch. Okay, so I'm going to start by using a stitch marker to hold these 3 points together. Then I would grab my darning needle, and then I would just sew down like this, and then sew back down like this. So I'm starting with the 2 stitches that are next to each other here. I'm just going to go into them like this. I'm going to make a double knot here with the tail, and just to secure this. Okay, I'm going to hold this up here so that I can walk over this tail as I sew. So I'm just going to go from stitch to stitch, whip stitching this together. That's my second stitch. So make sure you're always going from this side to this side. That's the third. This is the fourth. So after sewing this part, now all that is left for you to do is to attach a button. I might have not mentioned this when I was talking about my materials, but you need a large button for this project. So I'm just going to sew on my button with my darning needle. You want to make sure that the darning needle that you choose can pass through, the eye of the needle can pass through your button. So mine cannot pass through it, so I have to get a different needle, a smaller needle that can pass through. So after sewing it, we are pretty much done with this project. So this hole here, which is part of your, which is that chains, those chains that you make at the corner of your granny square, is what is going to serve as the button hole for your button. So make sure that your button is such a size that it's not too big for the hole, and it's also not too small that the hole will not be able to sit on it. So once you fix your buttons, you're pretty much done with this project. I realized later on that I fixed my buttons too high. So you kind of want to measure this with a book you're going to fit into your book sleeve to see the perfect place to put your buttons. So just keep that in mind. Apart from that, this project was beautiful. I loved it. Very easy to make, and one of the simplest things. If you're a beginner crocheter, this is perfect for you. If you have scrap yarns to use up, this is perfect for you. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure you subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.